We got a great senior class this year, and we're very excited about this year's group of seniors. Defensively, you look up front, Zach Brinkley, senior captain for us, is returning. He had an unfortunate injury that ended his season last year. We really looked to him to anchor the defensive line. Also in our defensive secondary, Shyheim Wingate, he's another one of our captains. Shyheim's been starting here for the last 3 years. He's a great leader of this football program. He leads by example. He's not a loud kid, but he's an excellent football player, and we expect big things from both of them, certainly on the defensive side of the ball as well as other seniors. Offensively, our offensive line has 3 outstanding seniors. One of them is our captain, starting left tackle, Kevin Lamarck. We're also returning our starting center, Sean Murphy, and Nick Sharlock, our starting right tackle. And I expect our offensive line to be the heart and soul of our offensive unit, without a doubt. That being said, we also have 2 phenomenal seniors returning as well. Our starting quarterback, who gets it all done, throwing the football and making plays with his feet, and that's Tyler Johnson. And also our #1 target, our big 6'4" wide receiver from downtown in Hornell, Brendan Buisch. We certainly expect big things from him as well. Also have a very talented group of running backs led by Casey Bright, who's going to be a senior. So very excited about this year's senior class. We have very big expectations for what they can do. That being said, we understand that we play in the Empire 8 Conference, and it's a very competitive schedule that we have, and there's no doubt the #1 thing we need to do is to prepare to beat Husson this coming Saturday.
Ever since I've been here, I believe we've always had the big picture being the E8 championship, winning the Empire 8. But we all know as a team, as a group of experienced, a lot of us are seniors, we all know that it takes a lot of the little goals in order to reach that big goal. And our big, major, little goal has always been to be the hardest working team in the Empire 8. And I think that's very, very good for us to keep our head focused on. And also, last year I think we had to definitely improve on turnovers, being more consistent on 3rd downs and keeping our drives going. And a big part to keep focus on is studying a lot more film and seeing what we can take advantage of the defense better. And a lot of big games, we need all of us to take our 1/11th of the team, and everybody do their individual part and be big in big games, really.
Yeah, I believe we returned 17 or 16 out of 21 starters. So for any program, that's a big starting point. On offense, it always helps bringing back a 4-year starting quarterback with Tyler Johnson. We've got all 3 of our receivers back. Running backs, Malik Fuentes moved to running back along with Casey Bright, Sammy Davis. 3 of our 5 starting linemen, so that's a good starting point. And Dave Sylvester, who also saw some minutes last year at line. And then on the other side of the ball, bring back Zach Brinkley, who didn't play last year, but he's a big key to our D-line. 4 or 5 other D linemen who have seen playing time. A.J. Okada, who's been a starter for 2 years. Shyheim Wingate, a captain at safety. Liam Hobbins at safety. Jared Watkins, who's seen minutes in the last 2 years at cornerback. So we're pretty deep in all positions, and we've got a lot of guys with experience. And then returning our 2-year starting kicker, Trevor Monk, who pretty consistent for us. So that's always a big key, having a good kicker.
Well, start off freshman this year. I think we have a very good freshman class. We got a couple of dudes I think that can start this year. Definitely next year they'll be starting. So I think that's real good. Have some good freshmen in. So that'll definitely help on the scout team and all that other stuff. And as far as the returners, man, it's just like every other year. I think we're actually at a plus this year because we have actually a lot of seniors coming back. So I think it's like 13 seniors, maybe more than that, returning this year. So I think that's going to be a pretty big deal. And I think we're all prepared and we all know what expectations are. It's set very high this year, and I think we can do some things.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We look around at this year's recruiting class, and we're very excited with what we see. We will start 1 freshman at least, Isaiah Moak. We anticipate to be our starting middle linebacker. We've also had a lot of other guys that have cracked the 2 deep. Offensive line-wise, we have 3 freshmen that have cracked the 2 deep. Wes Sen, Robert Lasordo, and Patrick Hannon will all be 2 deep players for us. We have a very talented wide receiver, DeAndre, who's phenomenal, who we have big expectations for in the future as well. So Marcus Ford, Shamar Hayes, both of those guys are in the 2 deep in the secondary as well. So some very good freshmen in this year's group. We're very excited about that group, and can't wait to see what they're willing and able to do in future years as well.